Hello, all. Welcome to the And Foundation podcast. This is the first episode of our Practicast series, where we will present tips and tricks to simplify the mundane tasks of individuals with disabilities. To find out more about the And Foundation, please visit www.andfoundation.org or email us at info@andfoundation.org. Without further ado, here is Christine DeFato with the first episode of our Practicast.
Welcome everyone to the first podcast of the And Foundation. Our organization seeks to help disabled people around the world, and as part of that mission, we decided to start a series of podcasts to give you practical tips for your everyday life. No matter how many podcasts we listen to, however, or how many books we read, we cannot learn how to do something unless we actually do it. In the process, we gain confidence and we learn what works best for us. Regardless of where you are coming from, we hope to offer you something that will help you to simplify and overcome any challenge. This podcast series will introduce tips to help people with a wide range of disabilities. They will help you to manage daily tasks and even greater challenges like traveling across the country. However, all we can do is offer tips. It's up to you to put them into practice and take the adventure that comes. Today we are quickly going to run through some very simple personal care tips for the visually impaired that might help you to feel more confident and independent. First, let's talk about the morning routine. These can be slightly hectic and, to be frank, a little bit terrifying. If you're anything like me, then you're pushing snooze as many times as possible, yet you still want to look put together when you face the outside world. One of the greatest risks of the morning routine is spilling on your freshly clean clothes. Anything from toothpaste to makeup can creep onto your shirt or get in other odd places. What's the solution? Do all of the grooming before dressing. This will keep stray hairs off of your clothes to some extent and protect you from the worries of your clothes getting dirty even before you leave your home. Second, toiletries. To use toiletries, you have to get used to paying attention to the size, shape, and texture of the bottle or tube. For example, some companies make shampoo bottles to stand upright, while the conditioner is upside down. Other times, the shape and size might be the same, but one bottle is smooth, while the other is textured. You will have to learn to recognize these things, but don't worry, it will become second nature in no time. If you need to, don't be ashamed to write down which is which, especially if you have many products in your bathroom. So, why do manufacturers put different substances in the same bottles? I honestly have no idea. However, there are some simple tricks to keep you from washing your hair with toothpaste, or maybe trying to use your conditioner as hand cream. Yes, those are extreme examples, but you know the feeling. You come home from the store with 2 or 3 bottles that are exactly the same shape, size, and texture, and what do? Maybe try putting a rubber band around one of them so that you know which is which. If you have your own bathroom, try putting them in specific places. For example, put the shaving cream at the back of the shower. Or put the shampoo and conditioner at the front. Put the shampoo to the left of the conditioner and maybe put the shower gel on the opposite side. The rubber band is definitely a safer technique since it won't get messed up if someone moves your bottles around. For bottles that don't get wet so much, you can put a piece of Scotch tape on one to mark it. Just remember which one. You can also buy braille labelers and labeling tape to label specific things in your medicine cabinet. Third, hair and makeup. There are hairstyles ranging from the incredibly simple to the radically complex. Firstly, go for what you like, but secondly, go for the simple styles. This does not mean boring, but the easier the style, the easier the maintenance, and the simpler it is to look good when walking out of your door. This is true for everyone, of course. For example, I have shoulder-length hair that I part at an angle. I blow-dry it straight using a wide round brush, and then I find the part line by following a curve of my forehead. I do not think about this anymore, of course, because I have done it for several years, but it is useful when you are just starting to use the lines of your face as a guide. With makeup too, you can go for the simple or the complicated route. I have some blind friends who put on all sorts of makeup, but it is very important to have a friend check this for the first few times. If you prefer a simpler option, there is a makeup on the market right now called Bare Minerals. Rather than having to get the angle of the blush just right, this makeup mixes with your natural skin tones, naturally enhancing your coloring, making life nice and easy. As you can see just from these tips, there is a lot of methods to overcome these small challenges, but trial and error is part of that method. Different looks, different preferences, different styles will shape how you apply these tips. Keep it simple at first and then experiment with what you like. Never worry about asking a friend's opinion. Yes, it's not so fun, but think of it as skipping a step. A sighted person will spend a long time in front of a mirror before giving up and asking someone. We just skip that waiting time and ask. So don't be afraid to pick one of these things and try it this week. You don't need to do it all at once, but building relationships and success often means starting with small things that make you feel more confident and comfortable in a sighted world. If you have comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to email us at christine@anfoundation.org, and we will try to address any concerns on our next podcast. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.